Hey guys, welcome to the video. Now today I'm going to be doing this a bit differently because I didn't want you staring at the main menu the whole time, because that's like what 90% of my Rocket League videos are. So I'm trying it out like this. I hope you enjoy this format. If you do, let me know. If you want the main menu back, which is probably like 2 people, then yeah, if you don't want to see my ugly face, then also let me know in the comments. Interaction farming. Like the video if you don't want to see my face. A few days ago, or I think 2 days ago, the Musty car design came out in the item shop. So that got me thinking like, so we've had Athena, right? And we've had Musty. So who's next kind of thing? So I was thinking about it and I was like, oh, it could be this person, it could be this person. So I decided to put together a list for you. Now, it's important to understand that I have a few rules on my list, and if you see me looking down like this, it's because I'm looking at my phone, because that's what I'm using to take my notes. So to recap Athena and Musty, right? One rule: they're not going to put the white octane in the shop. I highly doubt it. If they do, I'd be very worried for the economy and for the whole fan base lashing out back at Sonics. So I don't think they're going to be doing that. And also, I'm going to include card designs that are like iconic and people that have enough popularity. I'm sorry, Zamaze, you're not going to make this video. I love your card design, man. Keep working at it and I'll include you in a part 2 sometime. And anything that has a mods. So Lethem is not going to be included, spoiler alert, because he mods his card designs. He makes his like primary color black, stuff like that. And I'll be getting through some of those as well. Keep in mind, they can change and add items. We've seen it in the Musty one. He had a new lime painted classic trail. That's literally like the only reason I actually bought it. And yeah, Athena's one, they changed the wheels because they're not going to give away RLCS rewards for buying land tickets in the item shop. That would not be very clever. And I'm also going to have the idea, because I think this is how Sonics wants to operate, this kind of like creator's garage thing, not to put too many multiple items in the shop. So, for example, Sunless Khan, who is not included in this video, another spoiler alert, but find out to see which creators are. If you're like, whoa, Sunless isn't in this, Lethem isn't in this, like, who the fuck is in it? Well, keep watching. Sunless's car designs usually use orange because it's like sun, it's like bright. Like some of his most signature designs, I think, use orange octane. So because Athena's already used the orange octane, I'm not going to like try to include the same items. These presets as well, even though they are iconic, I am going to be changing them based on my personal taste and based on my personal visions for this. So if you do disagree or think something would be a better fit, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to discuss. I answer every comment on my channel. Unless you're just writing something stupid like first, then I won't answer you. On the subject of painted octanes, I do think they are going to include more painted octanes. This contributes, for one, that people actually buy the presets. So that's one thing. And 2, I think it just kind of adds to the design as well. Because if you see painted octane in the shop, you're like, oh my god, painted octane, and I can have a design of someone I watch. Hell yeah, I'm gonna buy that. Give me, take my money. Sonics, take my money, take it now. So I am gonna try to include some sort of price items, and I am gonna include and uninclude, I guess, creators based on how cost efficient and how like worth it the items would be. So if you don't see your favorite creator here, I have some honorable mentions later that I will be going through who didn't make the list quite because of some of those reasons. So that will be before number 1. So don't click away too soon. So we have, anyway, let me get on with it before I ramble your ass off. We have at number 5, we have Pilkin. Ooh, Pilkin. Now, Pilkin is a huge creator, so it would be kind of justified, I guess. I don't want to say justified because that sounds like, oh, if you don't have subscribers, you can't get an item shop. Well, I'm not going to get one, so I don't really mind. But his car design is very basic, but I have a few ideas how to upgrade it. So he's a huge creator. It kind of makes sense, right? Like a lot of people know him. He has a lot of, even if you don't know him, you probably have seen his packs being featured in the custom training tab. So people would be like, oh, okay, I think I've heard that name before. So his usual design is basically just the Stocktain with a forest green lone wolf. Yep, that's literally it. So you're thinking, yo, Fluff, how the hell are you gonna make this into a worthy garage that I want to buy for 2,000 credits? Well, dear viewer, he has a few things except from just his car. So his car is very simple, as I said. It's a stock tank with a forest green lone wolf. But even the forest green lone wolf has kind of an appeal because, like, lone wolf is kind of loved still, I think. Also, people like Weight and Pilkin, so yeah. He also has a forest green atomizer, or he has the tournament explosion, but I think he's been swapping between both, if I'm not mistaken. If I am, let me know in the comments below. Hey, well, Waitin, if you want to leave a comment in the comment below, then comment below. You could add a forest green octane to this. So as I was saying beforehand, with the painted octanes, they've had orange now with musties they have a lime. So you could go with forest green. People might not use forest green that much, and if they see it on like a content car designer, they're like, hey, actually, I might try that out. Speaking on the forest green theme, I would also include maybe forest green painted classic trails, and maybe like a boost as well. Not probably standard boost, because that'd be kind of bad, but some sort of different boost, maybe like a sparkles or something else that Waitin would use, or a forest, or like a black standard or something, maybe to bump up the price a bit so it's worth it. Basically just something to spice up the pack a bit, because it's not really that spicy, but that's also why he's not number 5. So we go on to number 4 now. Number 4, for those of you who watch my channel, you probably know who this person is. For those of you who don't watch my channel regularly, you probably don't know who this person is, and that is Moz. Now Moz was in the early days, semi-early days, golden age of Rocket League 2019. He was the car design man. Now, I think he pretty much is still the car design man. Featured on John Sandman's channel a lot with Pimp My Rocket League Ride. And I've decided to include him here because A, he's not that well known, like he had 30k subs, but I think that didn't tell the whole story because he's also on John's channel and everybody knows John Sandman to some extent. I also think it would be really cool to like kind of remember him in the community. I would just think it's really cool. Also because I love his car design. I use it all the time when I'm feeling a bit ass. Then I'm like, hey, let's use Moz car design. That's actually played well. So there's that. Yeah, he is a car designer. Oh, he still is, I guess, a car design channel. So it would make sense for a car designer, like the most famous car designer, in my opinion, to have something based around his car design. I think that'd be really cool. His car was very iconic. It was very unique because it has the Spectre and it has the Cobalt Octane. Now we get on to another point. Marketing. Hey guys, you want a free painted Octane? Well, it's not free, but you want a painted Octane? Hell yeah, we want a painted Octane because that's what all the people want nowadays. Cobalt Octane, no other creator to my knowledge uses a Cobalt Octane for their like a primary iconic car design. If you do, make sure to comment in the comment below. I'm gonna stop that, it's gonna get annoying. Anyway, yeah, Cobalt Octane, not a popular color. I think it would be really cool to include that as well because people might start using it. Spectre as well, black market decal, not used at all. In my opinion, you would have to swap out the wheels because black Veloce would be very expensive to put in the item shop for 2,000 credits. I mean, everyone would buy it, but then everyone would have black Veloces, and then the community got angry because everyone's got black Veloces. So maybe change it for like black OEMs, for example, or a different black wheel, like they did with Athena's one with the Tunicas. So that would be my recommendation. Or what you could do, I think black Reapers would be a good fit because I think Moz used Reapers a lot. Anyway, any black wheel, you get what I mean, right? Except from that, to bump up the price again, because if we do take away the black Veloces, then it's not worth 2,000 credits. I know that. You would have to include some kind of like, maybe the goal explosion is really expensive, or you have different wheels, or you have unique items, or as I said beforehand, you have exclusively painted items that are added on. So for example, trails, boost, whatever. I would personally think what would be really cool, because I know Moz used it quite a bit, is the butterflies goal explosion. Now, I'm not sure how expensive it is, but I think it'd be a nice inclusion because it's not like a super expensive one, but it would bump up the price enough, and it's a very old item. Except from that, we move on to the next content creator. Now, a lot of people are going to get angry at me at this, but I don't care. He is a content creator. He's one of the biggest YouTubers in the Rocket League community, even though he's not exclusively a content creator, it is Squishy Muffins. Oh my god, Squishy Muffins. Yeah, the explanation for this inclusion is I literally have it on my notes. It says it's squishy. So there you go. Do with that what you will. I would use his OG car design. That is the one with the titanium white lone wolf with the purple and like the dark. And on the other side, it was orange and mint colored. But you can also change the colors on that as well. I would go with this design because it's not too expensive. And per my rules, I'm not including the white octane. Now, he made a video way back when he had this design and he mained it and everyone was asking me, oh my god, give me the specs. He was saying as well that he also used the sky blue octane. So I was like, hey, that's a good idea. We can add the sky blue octane because then we have a green, a cobalt, a sky blue. We have the orange with Athena. We have lime with Musty. I think it'd be really cool if all of them, like, they do one for every color. I think that'd be really awesome. Probably not going to happen because there's little creators that use like certain colors, but we can get there. Yes, except from that, we could include the sky blue or the titanium white lone wolf. I don't think titanium white lone wolf is that expensive anymore, if at all. But still really popular decals, so people would buy it. I think people would buy it just in general because it's squishy. Another idea I had for Squishy Shop would be to update his old topper. Now, for those of you who don't know, when the RLCS drops first came out, they had a Stoic muffin topper. Now, this was to reference Squishy, and the cup of the cupcake muffin thing was white and sky blue, referencing his signing onto Cloud9 and his channel colors in general back then. But now that he's on NRG, I would maybe recommend making an updated version where the cup for the muffin is white and black, referencing NRG colors. I think that'd be really cool. It would be new and exclusive. It would be a nice little throwback. So that's just my opinion. Something you would have to change would also be the wheels again. A lot of these creators just use Cristianos or really expensive wheels, so you'd have to have some creative like way around that. But again, I think it would sell like hot muffins, haha, like hotcakes because it's squishy muffins. Like, people would buy that shit. So do it. Also, pro car designs would be amazing to see in the shop. Like pro garages, kind of irrelevant now because we have the esports decals, but I don't know, maybe in the future, like some pro content creator hybrids. So like Arsenal maybe, saying that Arsenal just uses esports decals. Never mind, scratch that idea. Number 2, we have a well-known figure in the community. I think he's more known than he's actually like subscriber, like his channel. I think he's just more known. Is the man, the myth, the demo god himself, Rocket Sledge. Now, I would love to see Rocket Sledge's car in the item shop because I'm pretty sure, I'm sorry Rocket Sledge if I got this wrong, but he uses a Crimson Dominus. Now, I think Dominus is a car that has a smaller fan base than the Fennec and Octane, of course, but it's a niche that I think people would fall into if it's presented more. Now, what do I mean by that? If you put Rocket Sledge's car into the item shop and people are like, yo, I can just get a Crimson Dominus? Hell yeah. I don't know, as I said again, I'm not a market expert. I haven't seen prices in years. If the Crimson Dominus is way too expensive, like if it's like 6,000 credits, let me know in the comments below and I will change my list based on that. Except from that, he has a uniqueness bonus. He has a Mohawk on his car, I'm pretty sure. The last video I think I saw, I think he uses Mohawk quite a lot. He has the decal from one of the rocket passes. You could throw that in. That's basically free. But you could still just throw it in because you're putting most of the value on the Crimson Dominus. And also, I think, and this is why I have him at number 2, is because it would be an ideal way. It would be the most perfect thing to introduce custom demo explosions. Imagine that. The guy who demos everyone gets the first demo explosion, like custom cosmetic. So you could have like when you demo someone, instead of it saying boom, it just has like the Rocket Sledge logo and it said Sledged underneath it, like that, for example. And then Sonics with that could then introduce that kind of thing. You could make it exclusive so that if the community don't like it, you can just say, well, it's just Rocket Sledge's thing, you know, like, hey, any demo fans out there can use it. And if people like it, then you could do the new thing. I think it'd be really cool. I personally would love to have a demo explosion like the party time goal explosion, where they just explode in a ball of confetti and it goes, yay! I think that'd be hilarious. But hey, that's just me. So I also think Rocket Sledge's design is super unique and I would love to see it in the item shop. Honorable mentions. So these are people that have iconic car designs in the community. but for some reason or another didn't really make it onto the list because of certain reasons, but I'll explain that when I get to the people. So number 1, we have Jazer. Jazer was one of my honorable mentions. Now, he has super unique car designs. I think he has like 3 that I can recall, like the star one that he started off with. Then he had the whole like gold and black thing, and then he had the whole like green and purple thing, and then he had the whole green thing. But nowadays he uses white cars, black cars, like all different types of cars. So he switches cars too much for it to be like an iconic car. And if you're complaining like, oh, you could do the star breakout one that he had like right at the beginning, that's like super iconic. Yeah, it's like pretty much worthless. Like everybody has a breakout, everybody has the stars boost. It's like probably like 10 credits, so you can make this car pretty easily. So unfortunately, he's in my honorable mentions at the moment. Other honorable mentions I have is John Sandman. Now I talked about him during the video. And again, he changes cars too much. There's no like iconic design. If he was using a design for a longer period of time, I think I would consider it. But yeah, I would love to see some of his cars in there, mainly because I know some of the designers that worked on them. And he has super unique and diverse cars. Like I think the last video I saw, he was using like a Jaeger and like other cars, and I think that'd be really, really cool. Yeah, and it would really appeal to the broader audience and the more casual audience as well, because we're using those cars. And now for number 1. And I think you've all seen this coming. It's pretty fucking obvious which person it is. It is Mertzy! Yay! Who would have guessed? Mertzy's getting featured in a Fluffles video, like, for the millionth time. If you see my Twitter, I pester Mertzy on a daily. So there's kind of obvious that I would pick his car. Purple Octane. Super unique. I would pick the Octane design, not the Dingo one, because the Dingo one is like, he uses battle bus wheels and a Dingo and a taxi topper, which is free. So if you just buy a Dingo, you pretty much have the whole thing already. I would use the Octane design. We have the Cirrus boost in the Red Hot bundle, I think it's called, in purple. So you could have that. Super unique boost, super easy to get. Saffron Apex wheels. I don't know the price of those, so don't hold me accountable if it's really expensive. And Purple Octane, as I said, maybe put like, I don't want to say some sort of decal on there, but maybe make like something cool. Or you could make his car red and gold like his banner. Anyway, I think that would be really, really cool. Maybe put in a new trail, put in like a new gold explosion painted. Something like that to really buff it up. Because I think Mertzy probably has one of the most iconic car designs, and he hasn't had a shop yet. And I really think that he's next. So come back to this video when he's got the next item shop after Musty. Yeah, so that was my list of the top 5 predictions for the next item shop and my overall like thoughts on it and a bit of a rant in between. But hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video format, and I will see you all next time, and peace.